Hey, shalom, saints. This is Pastor John. I was about to go to sleep, but I thought I should make a video tonight. We had just an awesome Sabbath service yesterday, but on Friday night we had a deliverance service, and it was the men. The men were getting delivered. Matter of fact, we had two brothers. They were getting delivered from some things, and the next Sabbath morning, my wife had told me that while deliverance was going on, she was sort of in the bedroom. She said that when she was in the bedroom, as deliverance was going on, she was hearing scratches at the window as deliverance was going on. That she heard like scratches or something was trying to scratch at our window as we were doing deliverance in another part of the house. And I thought that was interesting that she said that there were scratches going on during deliverance, because we were definitely casting out devils. And the Sabbath morning when we got up, we were talking a little bit, and she saw a crow. And I walked sort of in the living room where she said, "Look at this crow! Look at this crow!" The crow literally, it was a black crow, and it literally landed in our driveway. And it sort of walked a little bit up and down the driveway a little bit. But as we got close to the window to sort of, get a better look at it, it flew away. It just flew away. And my wife, she had went out to the car, and she said when she walked out to the car a little later on in that morning before Sabbath service got started, she said she remember hearing birds like they were fighting or swarming over our house. And she said she remembered hearing that, that sound, but she wasn't seeing any birds. But she remembered hearing a sound, like a sound she had never heard before, like birds were flying or attacking one another. And, she said she remembered hearing that. And I just began to think about that tonight. And I began to understand that a lot of times we don't know what's happening in the spirit realm when we begin to cast out devils, when we begin to declare and decree certain things. We don't really know the effect of our prayer. We don't really know the extent of what's going on, because we don't have spiritual eyes to be able to see into what the spirit is what's happening in that spiritual realm. But nevertheless, I remember hearing a testimony of a person who was involved in witchcraft. And this person said that he was able to actually, he had been taught how to allow his spirit to come out of his body. And he said there was a group of them that's what they used to do. They used to allow their spirits to come out of their body, and they used to go over different people's houses and sort of torment them and make stuff fall and cause all kind of panic and fear to happen in the home. And they said they used to do this on a nightly basis. And they had to be back in their bodies by a certain time, or their bodies would die. But nevertheless, he had said that he got delivered and set free from witchcraft and doing those things. But he left off by telling a story of a time that he had came out of his body, and they had his friends had agreed that we're going to come out of our bodies at a certain time, and they ended up coming out of their bodies. And they went up to some guy who was on a beach, or he was somewhere where he was by himself. This guy that they walked up to, and they wanted to sort of scare him, and they wanted to frighten him. And they were in the spirit form. And nevertheless, when they walked up on the guy could sense that there was some type of a wicked, evil presence that was around him. And the guy, he said, yelled out from the top of his lungs, "Jesus!" And when the guy said Jesus, because he was in the spirit, he said there was a light that came out of his mouth when he said the name of Jesus. And the light that came out of his mouth went all the way up through the clouds. And he said instantly they were surrounded by angelic beings. Listen, we don't know the effect of our prayer. We don't know the effect of our praise. We don't know the effect of our worship. We don't know to the extent of what happens when we begin to keep the law, statutes, and the judgments of the Most High, and when we begin to call upon the name of Jesus. But the man said, there's power in the name of Jesus, whether you believe it or not. This is a guy who was involved in witchcraft, and he saw a light that came out of that man's mouth when he said the name of Jesus. And he said instantly they were surrounded by angels, and they were unable to do the wicked plan that they wanted to do, was to frighten him and to cause things to happen in that man's life. So I don't know who this word is for, but I'm here to let you know that when you call upon the name of Jesus, when you begin to pray and you believe and you have faith in him and you're keeping his commandments, that our prayer and our praise, and when we call on him, he comes and he answers, and there is a response that we might not be able to see it. We might not be able to know all of the details that are happening or going on, but know that something is happening when you call on the name of Jesus. So regardless if you're a Hebrew or not, if you have a fellowship or believe or not, there's power in the name of Jesus. And when you call upon that name, I believe it causes demons to run and demons to tremble. So I will never stop calling and using the name of Jesus. So shalom tonight, and bless you. And I hope that you all receive this word in faith.